George Niron John, Car, Warang Car, So Hong Satano, George Niron John, Car, Warang Car, So Hong Satano, George Niron John, Car, Warang Car, So Hong Satano. Hello YouTube, it's me, J Love You 2, enjoying the sun right now, and man, it's marvelous, you know. They barely sprayed any chemtrails today, so I don't have to worry about receiving any reflected spectrums. It's like I'm getting it all right now, you know, and it's a beautiful day, you know. I wouldn't say that it's sunset. I wouldn't say that it's in the safe periods, but you know, I don't really think that goes for me, you know. I'm a melanite. I'm a sun guy. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, I'm limited to just sunset and sunrise. I'm fully confident and I have faith that my body can adapt to any sunlight there is. Midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, doesn't matter. I sun gaze at all times. And that's the way that it should be for anybody that's black. You know, I love HRM. He's my best dude. I love him a lot, but I just don't agree with the information, you know. You know, just what he preaches, I just feel as though it's a big limitation to us blacks, melanites, to look at the sun for 10 seconds a day. That shit is just ludicrous bullshit. You know, we should be looking at the sun the whole day, all 12 hours. You know, so we should be looking at the sun as much as possible. To just restrict it to just 10 seconds a day, then 20 seconds or 30 seconds. That shit is just bullshit. You know. The first day I sun gazed, it was for 15 minutes, and now I'm pretty much sun gazing at least 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, an hour when I can. It's just, you know, each time I sun gaze, I sit down pretty much for an hour, you know, looking at the sun. You know, sometimes I try to do 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours, you know. There's one thing I noticed about all this chemtrail spraying, you know, because a lot of people don't really realize why they actually spray chemtrails. They think, oh, they're spraying it to poison us, they're spraying it to mess up the vegetation, they're spraying it the food. No. I can tell you something, you know, you can experiment with this, you know. I want you to look at the sun at sunrise or sunset. It's best to do this at sunset, you know. Look at the sun. More than likely, they probably got a layer of chemtrails there. If you look on the opposite side of the sky, it's going to be clear, hardly any chemtrails. That alone should tell you something. It's my opinion, it's my theory that they're blocking out the sun. They're using the chemtrails to reflect some of the spectrums of light we can't really see yet. But they're using the chemtrails to block out some of the information the sun is giving to the earth, is given to sun gazers like me, myself. And I noticed that the time they do this the most is sunset and sunrise, you know. But I came to the conclusion that it's harder for them to block the sun around midday hours, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 11, 3. They spray chemtrails, but it's hard for the chemtrails to stick, you know, and pretty much block the sun. I think it's because of the UV rays. They're too powerful for the chemtrails. So, this is what makes me think about this conclusion. I'm sorry for all y'all HRM lovers and all that, but I'm starting to think he's an agent. I'm really starting to think he's working for the government, you know. You know, so they might be like, oh man, J Love You 2, you must be crazy to say that. But think about it, man. One of the most important things right now on this ascension is the sun. Getting the light information and it's sending your body to higher dimensions, higher vibrations, and the sun is like the quickest, easiest way to do that. Now you got this man from India preaching to the world 10 seconds a day. Once you reach 44 minutes, that's it. Just barefoot walk, or 15 minutes a day. Sunrise, only sunset. That's just bullshit. Sunrise and sunset. That's the time where they spray chemtrails the most, because that's the easiest time to block out the sun. The UV rays are zero. Chemtrails can easily stick and form a layer and block out the sun. You know what I'm saying? And two, all his information he says favors the white people. I'm not racist, but hey, I'm a melanite. I'm melanin dominant. I don't get sunburn. UV rays doesn't affect me. It's like, why will you only restrict me to just sunset and sunrise? Why can't you tell people the truth? You know what I'm saying? Because we're sun gods. In Africa, Egyptians, we was able to look at the sun the whole day. Buddha, that's how he got enlightened. He wasn't just sitting under a tree meditating. No, he wasn't doing that. The true Buddha was sitting under the tree and he was sun gazing the whole day. Sunrise to sunset, sunrise to sunset. He did this for 7 days to the point his body had absorbed so much light, he became enlightened. That's what enlightenment truly is. Absorbing the sunlight into your body, into your being. And that's what happened to Buddha. He did it for 7 days. And he was so enlightened. He floated off the ground. His body ascended. So, if that's how Buddha got enlightened, why would you restrict me to just 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes? What the fuck? Let's get real now, But what can you do? What can you say, man? I don't want to make this a negative video or whatnot. But yeah, man, I just want to notice, man, chemtrails, they usually spread sunrise, sunset. It's harder for them to block the sun around 12 o'clock. So all you melanites out there, all you people that have adapted to the sunlight, because I'm pretty confident white people can do this also Spanish people. I'm not trying to sound racist. Any race can do this. Midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that's the best time to look at the sun because of the chemtrails. The key is getting as much sun as possible. You want to get the full download, not the chemtrail filter download. You don't want that. You don't want the chemtrails to filter your sunlight. So the best time to get the true download is during midday, 1, 2 o'clock. That's what I realized. That's what I noticed, that the chemtrails barely have any effect. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the sun. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for watching. And see you in the heavenly realms. Jo Niran John Omkar Ra Rankar So Hong Sat Nam.